In economics, we talk a lot about debt, not just the money you owe, but the hidden cost of delay. Southwest Airlines found out that hard way. Neglecting your infrastructure does not save you money, it just pushes a massive catastrophic bill into the future. They did not have the financial debt, they had tech debt. In December 2022, a major winter storm hit the United States. For most carriers, it was an annoyance, but for Southwest, it became catastrophic. Over the next 10 days, nearly 17,000 flights are cancelled. More than 2 million passengers get stranded at airports. Families missed Christmas. People sleep in airport terminal. What followed turned into one of the largest breakdowns in US history, with consequences felt for years afterward. But recently, Trump administration did something that was unexpected.
Southwest Airlines will not have to pay the remainder of a government fine imposed after Southwest's operation caused major travel troubles during the 2022 holiday season.
So let's explore what happened, why it happened, and why Trump's recent move can spark new debate in airline and corporate world. Winter storms are not unusual in December, but usually major airlines have built-in resilience, spare crew, robust scheduling, backup plans. But with Southwest, that resilience was missing. On December 21st, 2022, a powerful winter storm hit, especially affecting hubs like Denver and Chicago. The storm disrupted normal operation and Southwest crew scheduling system. It was an antiquated and fragile and could not keep up with disruption. In normal days, a few cancelled flights are managed, but under this pressure, cancellations snowballed. Crew got stuck in wrong cities. Scheduling system froze. By December 22 and 23, the first day after the storm, warning signs are already flashing. Hundreds of flights cancelled, pilots and crew rosters missing, ground staff overworked. For many travelers, the first day of delay felt like bad luck. But deep inside Southwest control room, the cracks are widening. Then collapse came. Between December 24th and December 26th, Southwest cancelled around 2,600 to 3,000 flights per day. On December 26th, flight cancellation peaked. More than 70% of the schedule grounded in some areas. This was not just a winter disruption because competitors began to resume normal flights, but Southwest did not. The problem was not the snow, it was the broken tools and broken system. In essence, the airline famous point-to-point model, which usually allow quick turnarounds, turned into a trap. With crew and planes scattered, there was no easy way to rebuild. At airports across the country, Dallas, Chicago, Denver, tens of thousands of travelers waited. Hotels got full, cars were gone, bags are lost, flights cancelled. Christmas celebration turned into chaos. No one got real answers. Some got airline credit, others got nothing. The anger was quiet at first, but it did not take time to turn loud. Once the weather calmed, the real cost began to emerge. Southwest ultimately cancelled about 16,900 to 17,000 flights over the 10-day window. Over 2 million passengers got stranded, rerouted, delayed, or forced to make alternative plans. The airline paid more than $600 million in refunds, reimbursements, hotel stays, alternative tickets, frequent flyer credits, and other compensations. But money was not the only tool. Trust was broken, confidence shattered. Customer asked, how could an airline with 50 years of success fail so catastrophically? Regulators asked, how many warnings did Southwest ignore before the meltdown? And the industry asked, is point-to-point really worth the risk if infrastructure failed? In December 2023, a full year after the meltdown, the consequences caught up.
The Department of Transportation is fining Southwest Airlines $140 million over major flight disruptions over the holidays last year.
Breakdown of the settlement are as follows: $35 million to US Treasury, $90 million earmarked for future compensation fund, vouchers for passenger delays or cancelled due to airline faults to be distributed over 3 years. Additionally, DOT mandated improved operational practices, better crew scheduling system, and a stricter consumer protection. For Southwest, the penalty was warning sign, a signal that even the biggest airline must be held to account. With a record fine and reputational damage, Southwest had no choice. It needed to rebuild, and fast. The airline committed a major investment into its network operations center, modern crew scheduling system, improved dispatch control, and redundancy in operations. It launched a consumer-friendly delay compensation program, offering vouchers for future travelers if Southwest induced delay exceeds 3 hours. The program begins in April 2024. Over 2024 and 2025, the results began to show. On-time performance improved, cancellation dropped sharply, and passengers started noticing a steadier, more reliable Southwest. The airline that once collapsed under pressure began to fly again, but this time with new wings. Then came December 2025. The DOT reviewed Southwest improvement. They checked the numbers, looked at the new system, observed a dramatic uptick in reliability, and then made a controversial decision. They waived the final $11 million payment, the original $35 million cash fine. Why? Because in the DOT view, Southwest investment and operational turnaround served a passenger better than simply collecting more money. For Southwest, a moment of redemption. For consumer, a bet on improved service. For critics, a sign that enforcement may be weakening under shifting political winds. So, what does this debacle and its aftermath tells us about aviation regulation and business economics? Number 1. The legacy of cost cutting and thin margin. Southwest built its success on low fares and tight operations that came with trade-offs, older software, minimal redundancy, lean staffing. When disruption hit, there was no buffer. Number 2. The fragility of point-to-point model. Highly efficient under normal circumstances but dangerously brittle under stress. When one node breaks, the ripple can collapse the entire network. Number 3. The role of regulation and consumer accountability. The $140 million DOT settlement showed regulators can impose serious penalty, enough to sting even a major airline. But the 2025 waiver also suggests the regulator calculation may lean towards rewarding recovery over punishment. Number 4. Reputation, trust, and long-term cost. The financial cost was heavy, but the operational damage may have been heavy. Overhauling operation, while costly, was necessary to build trust. In a service industry, trust is currency. Number 5. For travelers, Southwest new voucher program and improved reliability matters. The waiver of the final fine raises question. Are airlines being held to high enough standards? Are reforms strong enough? The 2022 Southwest meltdown was not just an airline winter disaster. What happened when cost cutting meets neglect? When infrastructure is stretched to breaking point, and when customer service becomes a second thought. But it is also a story of reckoning and redemption. An airline forced to pay hundreds of millions, not just in money, but in reputation, pressed by regulators and citizens alike, and compelled to rebuild from inside out. Today, a rebuilt operation center, a strong scheduling system, better consumer protection, and as the DOT says, significantly improved Southwest. For travelers, for industry watchers, for every airlines, the message is clear. Flying is only as safe as the weakest link in the chain, and when that link breaks, everyone pays. So, if you like this deep dive, subscribe, like, and hit the bell. For more stories unraveling economics, socks behind global headlines, stay tuned to Econo Atlas.